Welcome back to our second series on Lincoln-Douglas debate. We'll be going over how to build your case. For those that don't remember, these pre-written cases are what you read in your constructive speeches, the first speeches of the round for you. These depend on your research and the effort you put in to prepare yourself for the debate. Again, my name is Mihir, and I'm excited to begin this series with you. Let's go over what is in an LD case. You have your definitions, your framework, your contentions, and optionally, you could have a conclusion that wraps your case up very persuasively. You may not know all of these words right now, but I'll go over them later in this video and in future videos so that you get them very, very clearly. But I want you to think of them so that when we go over them, it'll help you recall them, because they're very important words to know if you want to be a Lincoln-Douglas debater. Let's start with our definitions. You want to define anything worth noting about the resolution. Define key terms and phrases, but don't define anything that is unnecessary. You want to be very, very strategic. For example, if our topic was, the government ought to implement universal health care, we might want to define government because it's not clear whether the resolution is talking about local, state, national, or even international governance systems. We also may want to define what universal health care means, because there are many different types of universal health care. That's an example of how we strategically define terms. We may not want to define the word "the" because we all know what that means, right? It does not add any strategic value. Next, after definitions, we want to go over the burdens of the debate. What you task yourself with proving and what you task the other side with proving. Ideally, you want to give yourself a very easy burden that you can easily fulfill. Conversely, you want to give your opponent a very hard burden, something that they will have a very difficult time proving. And this obviously can be brought up in your final speeches to win the round. This can be very, very crucial. Next, you have your framework. And in my opinion, this is the most confusing part of Lincoln-Douglas. So I'll try my best to make this very, very easy to understand. So your framework consists of two things. First, your value. Second is your value criterion. And this is how your judge is going to be evaluating the round. So by arguing for a specific value and value criterion, you are arguing for the lens that the judge is going to use to evaluate the round. Your value is generally an abstract term or an abstract concept, while your criterion is a tangible thing that is measurable, and it usually includes a verb in it. Let's give an example. Let's say we're debating vanilla ice cream versus chocolate ice cream. If I argue for vanilla, I can say that vanilla ice cream tastes better. While if you argue for chocolate, you may say it is more healthy. Depending on whether the judge values health or taste, that decides the debate. And that is what the value and value criterion does for us, is tell us what the judge should value, and that becomes a debate in the round. Debaters will argue which values, which criterions are better, but that's a very unique thing about LD. So let's do some practice here. I'll give you 4 examples. I want you to pause the video and decide whether they're a value or a value criterion. First, morality. Morality is a value because it is an abstract concept that is not measurable. Saving lives is a value criterion because it is measurable. Actually, morality and saving lives could be used as a value criterion pairing. Maximizing equality is also a value criterion. I want you to notice that the last two that were both criterions both had verbs in it, saving and maximizing. Lastly, justice. This is a value because it is an abstract concept that needs a value criterion attached to it. I'm so glad that you're here watching this video. I can't wait to see you in the next video where we go on how to build your contentions, the main substance of your case, the arguments. I'll see you then. Thank you.